this beautiful next question. Question number 28. Listen to this carefully, sir. Once you have learned the first 27 questions, whatever I have solved sometime before, these are all very easy questions to be solved. And that too I am telling you, sir, without using any of those tan 30, tan 60, tan 45, all those things. Without taking triangle, in triangle ABC, in triangle DEF. Like the way your textbook writes is, please try to avoid that kind of methodology and implement this method, whatever I have taught you in all my problems by using method 2. Now see here, let us solve this problem. The top of two poles of height 24 meters and 36 meters are connected by a wire. That means there is a what is that pole? There is a pole. This pole is of 36 meters. There is another pole of 24 meters. This is the top of first pole. 36 meter pole, I will call it as AB. 24 meter pole, I will call it as CD. The top of two poles are connected by a wire. That wire is nothing but AC. I hope the first statement is clear. If the wire makes an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal, this wire is making, this is the horizontal line EC. This wire is making an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal. Then find the length of the wire. That means the AC value is what I am finding. This is the level ground BD and the wire is making an angle of 60 degree with the horizontal CE or EC, and I want to find the length of the wire AC. Now see here, sir. Same logic I would like to implement. Can I say that this particular height of this tower AB is given as 36 meters in the question. This particular height tower CD is given as 24 meters in the question, right? It is given in the question as 24 meters. This will be 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. If I continue further, if this is 60, this is 90, this should be remaining 30 degrees, right? This should be remaining 30 degrees. Now, can I say that? Can I say like this, sir? Think little logically. Can I say like this? It is given in the question that this value is 24. That means BE value is also 24 meters in that case. Out of total 36, if BE is 24, that means AE should be remaining 12 meters. This is according to the question. According to the question, AE value is 12 meters. According to question, AE value is 12 meters. According to ratio, let us find it and then proportionately find the value. Now see here, as I have already taught you, opposite to 30, in a 30 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree triangle, opposite to 30, if it is 1 unit, then opposite to 60 will become root 3 unit. Or the other way of saying this is, opposite to 30, if it is root 3 units, then opposite to 60 will be 3 units. Both are absolutely same because 1 into root 3 is root 3. Root 3 into root 3 will become 3. That means opposite to 30, instead of taking it as 1, I will assume it as root 3. I will assume CE value as root 3. If opposite to 30 is root 3, then opposite to 60 will become how much? It will become 3 units. That means AE value will become 3 units. That means according to the assumption, AE value is 3. But according to the question, AE value is 12. 3 should become 12. Multiply by 4. This root 3 also multiply by 4. That means the actual value of EC is nothing but 4 root 3. Actual value of AE is nothing but 12. I believe this part of question is very clear for you people. Now, what is that they are asking you in the question? They are asking you to find the length. To find the length of this wire AC. Length of the wire AC is what they are asking you. Now, same analogy if I implement. Opposite to 30 if it is 1. Opposite to 60 will be root 3. So, opposite to 90 in that case will be 2 units. So, opposite to 30 I took it as root 3. Opposite to 60 will become root 3 into root 3, it is 3. So, opposite to 90 will become 2 into root 3, it is 2 root 3. 2 root 3 is the value of AC. according to my assumption, but according to the question how much they are asking. This value is multiplied by 4. Here also it is multiplied by 4. This also should be multiplied by 4. Answer is 4 into 2 root 3. AC value is 8 root 3. Everything in diagram itself you can find it out, sir. There is no reason for you to take that tan 60, tan 30, all those things which your textbook methodology teaches you and waste your time to a greater extent. There is no reason for you to use that methodology. I hope the idea of AC being 8 root 3 in this particular question is very, very clear for you people. Let us take another question, sir. Let us take one more question to illustrate the fact that method 2, what we are doing is one of the beautiful method to be implemented. Now see here. Your question is from the top of a hill 200-meter high, that means there is a hill. I will name that hill as AD, right? I will name that hill as AD. According to the question, it is given as 200 meter. Okay, let me keep this according to the question. Now, from the top of the hill 200-meter high, top of the hill is A, right? This is the top of the hill. The angle of depression of the top and bottom of a tower are observed to be 30 degree and 60 degree. There is a tower. This is the tower. I will call this tower as CE. Now, angle of depression of the top and bottom of the tower. That means if I draw a horizontal line here, from here to top of the tower, angle of depression, this particular angle is 30 degree. That means this angle C is nothing but 30 degree. Similarly, angle of depression to the bottom of the tower, that means this particular angle is 60 degrees. That means angle E with respect to the level ground is 60 degrees. Diagram is not drawn to the scale. Please adjust with this diagram whatever I have written, sir. It is not a straight line, but it is a straight line which is not drawn properly. Now, this is the angle of depression from the top of the hill to the top and bottom of the tower. Next, what is the height of the tower in meter? Height of the tower, this particular value of CE. CE value is what they are asking you to find it. Now, same logic I would like to implement once again, sir. This will be 90 degrees. Similarly, this is 90 degrees. If I apply the same methodology, I will not even change the methods. I will use the same methodology. Now, this is, if I take this triangle ABC, 30 degrees the angle given here. If this is 30, then angle A entirely should be 60 degrees. Then angle B is 90 degree, which is already known to us. Now, same logic. Opposite to 30, if I assume it as 1 unit. Opposite to 30, if I assume it as 1 unit. Opposite to 60, I will assume it as root 3 unit. Opposite to 30, if it is 1. Opposite to 60 will become root 3. Similarly, if I take this bigger triangle, which is the bigger triangle? Bigger triangle is ADE. Let me use a different color. For example, let me use this green color. For example, ADE. This is 60 degrees. This is 90 degrees. So this should be 30 degrees, right? This should be 30 degrees. Again, I will implement the same methodology or same ideology to solve this particular problem also. Opposite to 30. Opposite to 30, if it is 1 unit. Opposite to 30, if it is 1 unit. Opposite to 60 will become how much? Opposite to 60 will become root 3. Opposite to 60, the distance is AD, right? AD entirely will become root 3 units, right? AD entirely will become root 3 units. But think logically, opposite to 30, if it is 1 unit, yes, if it is 1 unit, then AD will become root 3. But this DE value is absolutely same as BC value. Both are absolutely same. BC is already fixed as root 3. So this one also should be root 3 only, right? One also should become root 3. That means multiply by root 3. That means I can say that opposite to 30, if it is root 3 units, then opposite to 60 will become 3 units. The opposite to 60 will become 3. That means entire AD value according to the question is 3. According to the assumption is 3. AD value according to the assumption is 3. AB value according to the assumption is 1. So BD value should be remaining 2 units. BD value should be remaining 2 units. That means what is that they are asking you in the question? The height of the tower. Height of the tower is nothing but CE. CE is absolutely same as BD, which is nothing but 2 units according to the ratio. That means, can I say that according to the ratio, if AD is 3 units, according to ratio, if AD is 3 units, according to the question, that same AD value is 200 units. Similarly, according to ratio, if CE value is 2 units, if CE value is 2 units, according to ratio, if it is 2, according to question, how much they are asking? 3 should become 200, multiply by 200 by 3. 3 into 200 by 3 is nothing but 200 itself. 2 also multiply by 200 by 3. 2 into 200 by 3 is answer for this question is 400 by 3, or in mixed fraction it can be written as 133 1 by 3 meters, which is nothing but my third option. I hope the idea is very clear for you people. If you remember the way I teach and ANC teach, in time, speed and distance, in time and work, in profit, loss and discount, you take any topic for that matter, everything find out according to your assumption, convert according to the question finally. That is exactly what I am doing here also. I found out according to my assumption AD value as 3 units, converted according to the question by using a multiplying factor. Similarly, I found out CE value according to my assumption as 2 units, convert according to the question by multiplying with the same multiplying factor to arrive at the correct answer. I hope the idea is very clear in this way of problem solving. I believe that this should make you solve these problems, this kind of problems in the most easiest way possible. I hope these 2 problems, whatever I have discussed as of now, is clear for you people, sir. Now, please see the next few questions. Very beautiful questions. And these questions will definitely make you little confused if you do not listen carefully. Please pay complete attention, sir. The angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a point A due south of the tower is alpha, and B due southeast of the tower is beta. If AB is equal to small d, show that the height of the tower is any of these 4 options. Okay, let us understand this. First of all, in the question it is given as south, east, all those things. That means they are directions. First we should know the directions. Suppose if this is my origin, if this is the place where I am standing right now, origin, which is my home, which I also taught you in coordinate geometry class, this is nothing but north. This will be my east. This will be my west, and this will be my south. That means in simple language, north and south are opposite to each other always. East and west are opposite to each other always again. I hope the idea is clear. Now see here, what is that they are saying? I am standing at this point called as O, which is my origin or which is my home. Now the angle of elevation of the top of a tower from a point A due south of tower is alpha. That means, suppose for example, wherever I am standing at origin O. Wherever I am standing, I will keep one tower. Now for your information, this is a 3D representation, sir. If I was teaching this problem on a board, I would have explained you with a 3D representation by using some markers or whatever it is very easily. But because I am not using a board, but I am using a 2D plane here, I don't have something as a 3D plane in this particular screen. I can only teach you with these limitations. But I believe that you can visualize that 3D factor here. That means from this point O, keep a pen which is pointing towards you. I am just telling example for you people. Keep a pen which is pointing towards you. The bottom of the pen which is stick to this point O is nothing but the bottom of the tower. and the top of the pen, which is somewhere in the air like this, right? I am not drawing pointing here, which is somewhere in the air. It will come like this, sir. I cannot represent it in 3D. Please try to understand. If you keep a pen there, you will understand. Whenever you are seeing this problem, please keep a pen there. The bottom of the pen is the bottom of the tower, and the top of the pen, please try to keep that pen pointing towards your face, pointing towards you, directly pointing towards you, and that side which is pointing towards you, that is the top of the tower, right? That is the top of the tower. That means, can I say that that particular representation, for you to understand in a 2D plane, I will tilt that pen in this particular fashion. That means this is my bottom of the tower, and let this be my top of the tower or the pen, whatever it is. Now this is a 2D representation. Now suppose you have a bottom of a tower like this at point O, and top of the tower, when you keep a pen, you will have somewhere here. I am just visualizing here, sir, right? Not on south axis actually, but it will come straight forward to your face, pointing to your face. Now that top of a tower, and due there is from a point A due south, there is some point A, which is on the south, and there the angle of elevation will become alpha, and that angle is 90 degrees. When you keep a pen and visualize, it will be very easy to represent, sir. That means if I tilt that pen or if I tilt that tower like this into a 2D representation, this OP is nothing but the tower. P is nothing but the top of the tower right now, right? P is nothing but the top of the tower. Now, from the top of the tower, the angle of elevation is alpha. This particular angle is 90 degrees. It is not visible as 90 for you in a 2D representation, but when you see it in a 3D, definitely it will look like 90 degrees. Now, that is what is given. The angle of elevation of top of a tower from a point A, this is point A, due south. That point A is due on the south. Yes, this is the south axis of the tower is alpha. This angle of elevation is alpha. And point B due east, and there is a point B on the east. Point B due east of the tower is beta. This angle of elevation is beta. This is what they are saying. If I join, no, question is, show that the height of the tower is how much? Height of the tower is what we are interested in finding. Let me call, tower is nothing but OP. Height I will call it as H. H value is only what we are interested in finding. Let me join these 2 points A and B for our problem solving. I hope diagram is clear for you. I have made my level best. I have tried my level best to explain you people in 2D representation, which is slightly difficult because it's a 3D representation question. I believe that your visualization should be little strong in understanding how that. I am giving a simple example. Keep the pen at this point on the screen when you are watching this question. The bottom of the pen is which is sticking onto that point O is the bottom of the tower, and exactly towards you, pointing towards you, keep the pen, and that pointer which is pointing towards you is the top of the tower. That from the top of the tower till this point A, angle is alpha, and if you check, there will be 90 degrees. If I had a whiteboard, if I take this problem in my regular class with students in front of me in a classroom, I can easily explain keeping a marker there. But here, this is my limitation where I can explain you, sir. I believe that it is clear for you till this point of a time. Now, what is the height of the tower is the question. H value we need to find. Now see here, sir. If I take this triangle OPA, if I take this triangle OPA, let me draw it here. OPA, if I take, this is O, this is P, this angle is 90 degrees, right? This angle is 90 degrees, and this angle is, this is A, and A angle of elevation is given as alpha. Now, if I take here, tan alpha is nothing but OP height is H. Tan alpha is nothing but opposite H by adjacent OA. Opposite by adjacent. So H will be equal to, or I can write OA will be equal to H divided by tan alpha, or H cot alpha. This is my first equation. OA is H cot alpha. Similarly, there is another triangle, that is OPB. OPB, if I take same like this, I will draw it. OP is the height of the tower. OP is nothing but the height of the tower H. This is point B and it is making an angle of elevation beta. This is 90 degrees. Same thing. Tan beta is nothing but equal to H divided by OB. OB is nothing but H divided by tan beta, or it is H cot beta. It is H cot beta. Equation 1 is OA is H cot alpha. Equation 2 is OB is H cot beta. Now, if you again see here, this line OA, this line OA and this line OB, they are parallel, perpendicular to each other. OA and OB are perpendicular. Angle between them is 90 degrees. And if the angle between them is 90 degrees, this AB will act as a hypotenuse of the triangle. That means this entire triangle OAB, if I consider, I can apply Pythagoras theorem in triangle OAB. I hope you are understanding. AB is nothing but the hypotenuse. Hypotenuse square. AB square is nothing but OA square plus OB square. But it is given in the question that AB is equal to small letter d. It is given in the question as it is small letter d. That means d square is nothing but OA is H cot alpha. H square cot square alpha. OB is H cot beta. H square cot square beta. So d square is equal to H square into cot square alpha plus cot square beta. But I want H value. H square is d square divided by cot square alpha plus cot square beta. I want only H value, sir. Square root of d square is d. Square root of cot square alpha plus cot square beta will be there in the denominator. I cannot further simplify. So this should be my final answer. The height of the tower is d divided by cot square or root of cot square alpha plus cot square beta, which is nothing but my option A. I hope the idea is very clear. More than anything else, I believe that the diagram is very clear for you people, because if you understand diagram very easily, you can represent it. And do not worry, sir, my next problem is definitely something for you to explain. One more problem of similar sort, so that you will not face any difficulty if this variety of question comes in your examination. I hope this particular problem is clear for my students. Now please see another question of similar sort. Again a very beautiful question, sir. Very beautiful question once again. The elevation of a tower at a situation A, due north of it is alpha, and at a station B, it is not situation, it is station, right? That also should be station. The elevation of a tower at a station A, due north of it is alpha, and at a station B, due west of A is beta, due north of it is alpha, and due west of A is beta. Please understand these two are different points. Then the height of the tower is how much? Now see here, again let me draw that x-axis and y-axis for you. That is nothing but north, south, east, west axis for you people. Then let us visualize what is given in the question. Now if I draw it like this, this is north, this is west, this is south, opposite to north is south, so opposite to west will be east. Now this is north, east, south and west. Now similarly this will be my origin, which is my home where I am staying right now. Now the elevation of a tower at a station A, due north of it, that means I am standing at origin right now, and I am keeping some tower there, and that tower due north of it, north is nothing but here, so elevation, and there is a point called as A. The elevation of a tower is alpha. Same like that, sir. Keep a pen here on your screen. The bottom of the tower is nothing but A. The nothing but point O. The top of the tower, if you keep pointing towards you, that from there to here, the angle of elevation is alpha. Let me take the position of tower as OP like this. so that you will not get confused right now. OP, I will take it like this. This particular angle of elevation is something what they are calling as alpha in this question. I hope this particular part is clear for you people. That means if this is alpha, OP height of the tower, I will call it as H. This will be 90 degrees for me. I hope this diagram you are understanding, sir. Next, similarly, and at a station B, due west of A is beta. That means due west of A. That means can I say that this is nothing but A. West of A is nothing but here. West of A, there is some point called as B. From that point B, the angle of elevation to this point P, which is the top of the tower, it is nothing but beta. I hope you are again understanding the diagram. This angle of elevation is nothing but given as beta in the question. Now, this O to B, let me draw some construction lines for our better understanding, right? O to B, I will draw a construction line. Now this is beta and the other angle is given as alpha. Next, what else is given, sir? Height of the tower we need to find, which I already represented as a small letter H. Now if you cannot understand diagrams like this in a visualization format of 3D format, nothing to worry, sir. Height of the tower is OP, right? That is nothing but H. There is some point A. There is some point A, and this is making an angle of elevation of alpha. This is 90 degrees. Same from the previous diagram or from the previous problem, OA is equal to H cot alpha. Exactly similar to my previous problem. You don't need to draw this diagram also. Yes, if you draw, you are actually understanding in a better way. But if you don't want to draw also, draw this smaller triangle to understand it better. Similarly, the pole is like this, OP, and there is point B to the west. So this particular from top to B, it is making beta. Don't take one diagram entirely and get confused. Take two smaller diagrams and make it easy. That is what I can say. OB from the previous problem, again I can say it is H cot beta. Same like my previous problem. Now they are again asking you to find the height of the tower, which is nothing but H. Now similarly, if I take OA is nothing but this line, OB is nothing but this line. They are perpendicular to each other. And from B to A, the dotted lines, whatever I have drawn here, that will represent the hypotenuse of that right angle triangle OAB. Simple, right? There is a triangle called as OAB or OBA. That is a right angle triangle. Hypotenuse is AB, right? Sorry, let us check it out. What is the hypotenuse, sir? BO or OB is the hypotenuse. OB is the hypotenuse. Other two sides are AB square and OA square. Hypotenuse is OB square. But what is that you need to find? You need to find OP, right? OP height is what we need to find. Let us come to that part later. So AB square, from this can be written as OB square minus OA square. Why did you write like this? OB is H cot alpha, cot beta, I know it. OA is H cot alpha, I know it again. So this is nothing but AB square. So AB square is nothing but H square common factor cot square beta minus cot square alpha. I hope you are understanding again. So this is H square into cot square beta is cosecant square beta minus 1. Trigonometry, sir. All the trigonometric identities. Minus cot square alpha is cosecant square alpha minus 1. This should be inside bracket because outside there is negative. But if I remove that bracket, minus into plus becomes minus, minus into minus becomes plus. Minus 1 plus 1 cancels. So you are left with AB square is equal to H square into cos square beta minus cosecant square beta minus cosecant square alpha. So H square is equal to AB square divided by cosecant square beta minus cosecant square alpha. But unfortunately, answer option for H is not in cosecant always, it is in sine also. That means let us convert cosecant to sine. H is equal to AB square root is AB. root of cosecant square beta minus cosecant square alpha. I will write it as it is. Convert it to sine directly. 1 by sine square beta minus 1 by sine square alpha. After taking LCM, sine square beta into sine square alpha is the LCM in the denominator. That under the square root will become sine square sine beta sine alpha in the numerator. That denominator of denominator will come to numerator. In the denominator, sine square alpha into 1 is sine square alpha minus sine square beta into 1 is sine square beta. This is what I am left with, and this is H. Answer finally is AB sine alpha sine beta divided by sine square alpha minus sine square beta, which is nothing but my option 4. Fourth option is my correct answer. I hope the idea is clear. Again and again I am saying, sir, you take this previous problem, what I have solved, this particular problem. Again I have, instead of taking one bigger diagram to get confused in a 3D representation, take two smaller diagrams. Similarly, next problem also, whatever I have solved, instead of taking this bigger diagram, take two smaller diagrams so that your understanding also will be better. Anyway, with respect to point A, tower is there. That is one diagram. With respect to point B, again the same tower is coming. That is another diagram. Smaller two diagrams will give you the answer better compared to bigger diagram of single diagram, which is confusing a little bit. So you decide which is the best thing for you. It completely depends on individual. If your visualization is so strong, you can draw that bigger diagram, solve it. Else you don't need to draw the diagram at all. You can simply draw the smaller diagram and make it so easy once again. I hope the idea is very clear with the last two problems, whatever we have discussed. Next question. See this question, sir. Again a very good question, but not that difficult. Very easy question to solve. Consider a regular hexagon A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay, first let me draw the hexagon. Again, diagram is not drawn to the scale. So this is the hexagon which I am drawing right now. I am taking a regular hexagon. Let me name it as A, B, C, D, E, F. This is the regular hexagon A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. There are towers placed at B and D. That means there is a tower which I am placing at point B. Right? Something like this. Tower which I am placing at point B. Something like this. Similarly, there is a tower which is placed at point D also. Right? There is a tower which is placed at point D also. The angle of elevation from A to the tower B is 30 degrees and the angle of elevation to the top of tower D is 45 degrees. That means from here to here, this angle, anyway I will represent in a small diagram once again, it is 30 degrees, and from here to here, this particular diagram or this particular angle is 45 degrees, right? This particular angle is 45 degrees. So that is what they have said, they have told you, right? Next, what is the other thing they have told you, sir? What is the ratio of heights of towers B and D? Now see here, sir. Let us solve this question. Okay, let us solve this question drawing the diagram once again. This is the regular hexagon A, B, C, D, E, F. Let me explain you in the way you understand it very beautifully. This is A, B, C, D, E, F. This is what they are saying, sir. Now, what is that they are saying is there are towers placed at B and D. At point B, there is a tower which I am placing. Now, this is point D. I am facing a tower like this, right? And angle of elevation from A to the tower B is 30 degrees. This is point A. This angle of elevation is given in the question as 30 degrees. This is one smaller diagram. Similarly, and to the top of tower D is 45 degrees. Similarly, from D, there is a tower, right? There is a tower. So this particular thing, it is nothing but from point A, angle of elevation to the top of tower D is given in the question as 45 degrees. Now I hope these two are very clear for you people. Now see here, sir. Can I say that what is the ratio of heights of towers at B and D? The ratio of heights is what I require. Now think logically. This entire side AB, let me assume it as 1 unit. This is my assumption. If I assume this entire side AB as 1 unit, from A to D there is some angle of elevation. This is nothing but, this AD is nothing but the diagonal of that hexagon, and the diagonal of that hexagon will divide the hexagon into two equal parts. That means this upper portion is equal to the downward area. That means this AD is the diagonal of the hexagon. If AB is 1 unit, the diagonal will become 2 units. This is the property of a hexagon which we have studied in geometry and mensuration. Let us not worry about that, about it at this point of a time. That means, can I say that this AB value, I am assuming it as 1 unit. If AB is 1 unit, what will be this particular side? This is 30, this is 90. So this should be 60 degrees. 30, 60, 90 right angle triangle property says that if the side opposite to 30 is 1, then the side opposite to 60 will be √3. But the side opposite to 60 here is 1. That means according to question, √3 should become 1. √3 should become 1 means √3 divided by √3 is nothing but 1. 1 also divided by √3. That means side opposite to 30, this side opposite to 30, it should be 1 by √3. I hope you are understanding, right? It should be 1 by √3. What is this 1 by √3? This particular point, let me call it as P. PB is nothing but the height of the tower. PB is nothing but the height of the tower which is placed at point B. That means height of the tower, height of the tower. I hope you are understanding. There is a tower at point B. That point B, whatever the tower is there, that height is nothing but 1 by √3, right? That is nothing but 1 by √3. Similarly, there is another tower which is placed at point D. This is the height of the tower. Let me call it as QD, right? Let me call it as DQ or QD. That is the height of the tower. Same logic. This is 45 degrees, and from A to Q, it is 2 units. This is 2 units, right? Anyway, this and Q, D and Q both are at same positions. So that means height I am keeping like this, so that D becomes the height of the tower. This is the tower bottom, right? This is the bottom of the tower. So D and Q, or let me call it as same thing only. So this is 2 means if this is 90 degrees, this is 45 degrees, this should also be 45 degrees. Or in simple language, this value, let me keep a tower like this, sir. If I keep a tower like this, this particular value will become 2 right now, not that AD value, right? This okay, AD value is 2. This particular value also will become 2. Why? Because AD is 2 means, if AD value is 2 means, this is 90 degrees. Opposite to 45, if it is 2, opposite to this 45 also it will be 2. So AQ value will be, you can assume that right angle triangle, root of 2 square plus 2 square, it is root of 8. So root of 8 is nothing but 2√2. This value will become 2√2. Anyway, that value is not needed for other. That means, can I say that opposite to 45, if this value is 2, opposite to this 45 also is 2. That means height of the tower, which is placed, height of the tower which is placed at the point D, this particular height, whatever the tower which is placed, height of the tower which is placed at point D, that is nothing but 2 units. This is nothing but 1 by √3. This is nothing but 2. They are asking you the ratio of height of towers at B and D. HB divided by HD is nothing but 1 by √3 divided by 2, or is to 2, which is nothing but 1 is to 2√3 should be the answer, which is option B. These are all very easy questions to be solved, sir. It will not be difficult. You might think that hexagon is given. I think it will be difficult for me to solve all those things, but not actually. These are all very easy questions if you solve, or if you understand the logic. These are all very, very easy to be solved. I hope the idea is very clear for you people. I hope this kind of hexagon problems are also so easily can be solved, which is something you people should realize that it is very easy to be solved.